Well, well, well. 久しぶりだな。麦わら。Stop it.
Well, One Piece Netflix is finally out, y'all. And here are my thoughts.
Everybody stay calm. Everybody stay calm.
So I kind of regret all the hype I put into all of this with all this whole promo run and everything, because just like usual with all these, adaptations and everything, yeah, this ended up being just like how it usually is. Disappointed.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And that's normally the experience we usually have, but that is not the case here, shockingly. So, if you were looking for the negative review or the extreme, like, oh, waste of my time, I should never did it in the first place, just leave it all alone.
Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
This ain't that video. If you're looking for that, you might as well just leave now. But yeah, it's here, y'all. It's August 31st. One Piece Netflix live action series is out. All 8 episodes on Netflix. You can watch it now if you want. And if you don't have to. But in this video, I will give you my first impressions on the first 3 episodes. I did check those out last night. Tired as hell, honestly. But I'm gonna give you my thoughts on those. Quick review. I'm gonna first give like a spoiler-free, like first impression kind of thought process for people who don't want to know anything, or people who just don't know anything about One Piece at all, and this may be their first time going. And then after that, we'll do a little more breakdown into the first 3 episodes, things that I liked that they changed, things that I didn't like, notable moments, a little bit of spoiler stuff. And then later on, we'll probably we'll do the rest of the episodes in a, full review for the whole series. But this is just first 3 episodes thoughts, nothing else. I didn't see anything past this. That's all we are in. So before we get into this review, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, as well as hit the notification button to get notified for more content that I put out. As well, if you end up enjoying it, be sure to leave a comment, and let me know your thoughts on the first 3 episodes of the One Piece Netflix live action series. Also, please be sure, be respectful in the comments. I get it. This is not on my videos. This is not a place to be toxic and attack the actors, attack people who worked on this. This is not what we're doing here. We're just talking about it. It's not going to be full praise. Do I have some critiques? Sure, but we're being respectful. It's just TV, my guy. So, without any further ado, let's just get into it, y'all.
If she ain't got a butt, fucking get into it, yo.
So, first impressions, here we go. Just so you know, I will let you know before we enter spoiler territory. This first part of the video is for you who don't want to know anything about the episodes too much, just my thoughts on it overall. So, as a One Piece fan, this is inherently One Piece. There's plenty of adaptations out there where you can see them, and we're not going to get too deep into it, whether it be Dragon Ball Evolution or The Last Airbender, where it doesn't feel like the same property anymore. It feels like things were changed too much, where it affects just what the grounding and the true roots of the story are. And that is not the case here. This is inherently One Piece. Plenty of people have said that in their reviews, I know probably already, but that's how true it is. If you know One Piece, and if you're a fan of One Piece, and you care about it, and you're not coming from a place of you want to hate it going into it, you're looking for something One Piece, this is that. This is the best way I can explain it. So, more detail, One Piece is a huge story, right? 1,091 chapters as of the time of this recording, currently on episode 1073. I can't even speak. Currently on episode 1073 of the anime. So it is really easy to go into this expecting it to be one for one what we already have for the manga and anime, but that is not the case here. This, because it's a TV show and 8 episodes, adapting, the first 100 chapters, aka like the first 60, 50 episodes of the anime, there are some things and some little details that are going to be cut out of this that you won't see. And it doesn't really do it to the detriment of the story, but as a fan, you may get that ick over and over again, like, that's not exactly how it happened. That's not exactly how it happened. That's not exactly how it happened. It would have been better if they just stuck to the source material completely. But unless you are a director or a showrunner, I think it's easier said than done to say that statement. And I do think that this series does a good job of keeping the story true to what it is while cutting out the things that's not necessarily needed, that won't necessarily impact if it wanted to tell a future story or go further down the line. Though I doubt this series can go that long for a lot of seasons, only because just aging, Straw Hats, they really don't age in anime and things like that, and there's a writer's strike. There's all types of things that kind of make that bumpy, but I think if you're just looking for some One Piece to enjoy outside of all the other things you may consume, or if you're looking to get to the series for the first time, I think this is a good starting point to get an understanding of what One Piece is. You know what I mean? Also, set design, absolutely amazing. Let me get closer to the mic when I say this. These towns, they feel like much, much more bigger than what the anime and the manga has made them feel like, whether it be islands, towns, cities. I'm not saying the side characters or all the other minute details that goes with Oda's world building is not appreciated and it doesn't feel bigger in the anime and the manga. It's just that the set design and they feel extremely lived in. It feels like these islands are extremely like populated and just have a lot going on there, more than just like a small village with a couple people who speak here or there. Not too much like background characters speaking in this, but I think that they really did put their whole ussy in this in regards to set design, the ships, the towns, reenacting some of the fighting structures and scenes in regards to like location. It's on point. It's on point. So I can see the effort there. Also, the acting is pretty good for One Piece. For adapting One Piece, listen, this ain't Fullmetal Alchemist, this ain't Death Note. Like, One Piece is goofy. It is what it is. Like, and that may not translate as well sometimes into live action. But what they did here is they kept this comedy, but this really lets you know, like, yo, One Piece it may look goofy, but this is a dark world. There's serious things. People die, and they show like how not kiddie One Piece really is in this world of pirates. It's a world of pirates, and they definitely, it's toned down. They don't really break the immersion by getting too silly, but it still genuinely feels like One Piece. And with the acting, I will say, you know, Luffy, Nami, Zoro, Garp, Kobe, Helmeppo, Klahadore, aka Kuro, Buggy, and Usopp. These are the characters, you know, I've gotten to see a lot of so far in the first 3 episodes, and they're great portrayals and feel true to the spirit of the characters. Like, yes, if you're getting to this for the first time, you're gonna kind of feel like, what's the deal with these characters? This is kind of, but that's also kind of how you feel in watching the anime or reading the manga. You kind of feel that same way as you can choose these characters, and then Oda does find a way eventually to just make you start falling in love with them and start being a simp for the most random characters. But that's my thoughts on that. The music also, it slaps. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, one of the things that I've felt with current anime is that though anime openings and endings have gotten extremely like good over the past couple of years, I feel like the OST has died a little bit. That could be a hot take. I'm not a musician. I don't know a lot about music. But the OST, I feel like hasn't slapped the same way for a lot of more recent anime, like the Big 3 era. And that's me saying Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, right? Dragon Ball is not the Big 3. That's not even up for debate. That's just not how it works. It's not a debatable thing. It's not about what was the best. It was a specific time and era. But anyway, the music here, there's a lot of homages. It very could have easily just taken and ripped the music straight from the anime, but they chose to put the work in to pay homage while doing something original, while also still feeling like One Piece. AKA, a lot of drums. And if you know about drums in One Piece, well, there's some drums. I'll say that. But yeah, with my OST point, I mean, is that, you know, with series like that, you can hear a song and it's going to specifically strike a memory, a moment, or emotion from the series that you remember. Whether it be Ichigo's classic number 1, or if you get Aizen's treachery, or if you get Sadness and Sorrow from Naruto, or Overtaken from the One Piece anime, like these OSTs slap and create moments. And this Netflix series decides to pay homage to One Piece with having samples and, you know, semblances of some of those classic songs we know from the anime, but doing something a little bit different, making it a little bit more bombastic, you know what I mean? Also, costumes, they look good. Listen, a lot of people was coming out really spicy, and I was a little bit almost there in regards to the costume design here. People was like, oh, it kind of just looks like cosplay. All right, listen. It's cool to be funny. I love jokes. I love memes. I'm cool with that. But if we're having a serious conversation, no. This is a lot of effort and love and just so much different costumes and designs and outfit changes that you don't see normally in anime, let alone just TV shows. And they really made sure they used the back catalog of everything from the One Piece series to dress our characters and dress everybody here. Like, Buggy looks good. The Straw Hats, so many different outfits. Nami Swan. Like, it doesn't look like cosplay. And that's so far. First 3 episodes, right? Everything I'm saying is first 3 eps. Are there moments where it's just like, you know what, that looks kind of cheesy. That looks kind of wicked. But, like, it's One Piece. Like, if you wanted to be extremely loyal to it and try to do it, then it's gonna look funky a little bit, but the sentiment is there. The alterations that's needed to bring it into live action are there, and I think it's just really, really good, and I'm excited to see what's to come more in the future with all the how much crazier the series is expected to get. Now, I will say one thing I wasn't crazy about. It's growing on to me, and this is just the first 3 episodes. I'll probably get used to it as I watch more or on rewatches. This, like, saturated look that the series has, I get why they're doing it. It's kind of like, I guess, a stylistic choice. There's a lot of interesting camera zooms as well, different point of views that really kind of was jarring, almost like a fisheye lens kind of approach, where it's really, really like, and I don't even know how to explain it, but I almost felt like I was watching this with a permanent Snapchat filter on, if that makes sense. Listen, don't know the logistics of what I barely know how to edit these videos, right? These ain't even like fire. So you know what I mean? Like, it's jarring at first, getting used to it, but it still looks incredible. I can say that I can see where they put the money in, and I can see where the Game of Thrones influence is in this. And there's a lot more like little details in regards to like kind of like showing maps and some scenes, the way dialogue is shot. Because one thing about One Piece is dialogue is key. Oda has puts a lot into the conversations that characters have. So that's my thoughts on like the look of the series, you know what I mean, and some of the different shots that they do have. There are some like interesting homages that they have towards something similar to like what you saw in the Cowboy Bebop trailer, that kind of like that cutting and that box frame look that Cowboy Bebop had in this trailer that got people really excited. But when I see this, it kind of looks more akin to like they're trying to imitate what it's like to read the manga, kind of the manga paneling of it all. And I thought that was a really, really dope, you know, thing there they did. Also, pacing is really, really good. Listen, it is being sure to tell you the story of One Piece. Listen, they're removing some things, they're gonna take some things out, but you're not gonna feel like this isn't One Piece anymore with the options they choose to do with these first 3 episodes. And for context, like these first 3 episodes is covering, if you don't know, the first 30 chapters of the series in 3 episodes, aka like 15 episodes of the anime, the first 15 episodes. And that's a lot of stuff, but what they choose to do and choose to take out or rearrange in this doesn't make you feel like you're missing anything in the story. I'm not going to say that there aren't going to be points where you may have questions in regards to like the logistics of it all and how this world works and kind of immersing yourself if you don't know One Piece already. But you do have to go into this with an extreme open mind, I believe, in regards to just be prepared to just accept the rules of this and try not to put your own rules onto this. And a lot of that thinking I have is kind of a new thought I've had more recently, only because I was scrolling through TikTok and there's this creator, his name is Freddy's Roommate. And listen, I, as a fan, I can fill in a lot of those holes and those thoughts and those questions I may have about the live action series with all the information I know about the series. Like, I know why things are happening a certain way. Do I get the ick when they remove things? But I also understand, yeah, sure. But I also understand, like, why they remove it. Like, okay, I'm like, yeah, well, I guess we don't need that. It doesn't break anything in the future. But if you want to point out plot holes, you can do that. 100%. You're gonna find plot holes, but you can find plot holes in anything. And this goes to what I'm saying about the TikTok creator Freddie's roommate. He had an interesting conversation about the CinemaSinsification. He tried to it even confuses me when he say it. But CinemaSin, the YouTube channel, right? What it's really done to how a lot of us consume media and look at movies and TV shows and how we want to critique them and have conversations about them. A lot of people these days, you tend to spend more time trying to figure out and find what's wrong. And I'm not talking about expert critics, right? I'm just saying like the average person spends a lot of time, oh, why'd they do this? Why this plot hole? Why didn't Rose let Jack on the door? Why does Blue Beetle's supposed to Blue Beetle? Why does George Lopez know how to do this but not know how to do this? Like, come on, man. Like, you can do that for every movie, every series, even the best of the best. But try to critique what they're giving you and what the story is being told rather than trying to just find what's wrong. It's become a YouTube trend. I feel like a lot of us, and even myself, has been guilty of doing this. And it's a habit I want to kind of grow out of. Instead of just trying to look for the bad, just try to just break down what was given. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not a critic. I don't know shit. I just make these videos. I'm just a black nerd, my guy. And I'm not saying like a black nerd, not my guy, but somebody can explain it better. Look at his content on that TikTok page if you want a smarter explanation of what I just said. For whatever I just did, it's probably all over the place. Also, Luffy as a character, Yaki Godoy, could be a bit much for people. Translating it from manga to live action could be a little cringy, I think, in some moments. But it never gets necessarily unbearable or annoying. It kind of just warms up to you more and more what Iñaki is doing as Luffy. And, you know, One Piece is over the top. The characters are over the top. So what they choose to do here, you should know what to expect as a One Piece fan. But if you're not a One Piece fan, you give it some time, and you may enjoy it. Now, if you want to tap out to 3 episodes, sure, do your thing. I know a lot of people live by the 3-episode rule, and that's 3 hours of your life, so I'm not going to knock you on that. But I will say, give it an honest, deeper try after the first 3 episodes. You don't really know exactly what this world has to offer yet, because you're still going to need those opportunities to see all of the characters that's planned to be together be around with each other, because the chemistry between these actors and these characters are on point. Individual, you're still getting used to it. It's jarring, but once they kind of get together and once they can kind of speak with each other, you feel it. You get that bubbly, like, One Piece feeling that we all have. The crazy us, right? The crazies. Can't speak. And the last point I'll make is the fight scenes. Listen, One Piece is not known for its fight scenes. Are there good fights? Yes. There's more great emotional moments in One Piece, you know what I mean? That's it's really driving force. It's world building, it's emotional moments, it's characters. Everything but the fights is the highest point for One Piece. And what it does here is take something that looks absolutely ridiculous, like a guy with 3 swords in his mouth and a dude with stretchy powers, and it looks good. Like, the CGI actually is believable. Granted, this is an earlier part of the story where things are a little bit more grounded, not as crazy yet, but what they do here, whether it be Buggy's powers, Zoro's fighting, Luffy's CGI with his stretching ability, it's not overdone, but when it is used and used subtly as well, it looks good, man. It doesn't really take me out. So overall, my impressions out of 10 for the first 3 episodes so far, I'm probably going to give it like a 7 out of 10. I know Rotten Tomatoes is looking really good right now, but, you know, that's going to take more time as more people get to watch it and get to, you know, give their thoughts about it and write their reviews on Rotten Tomatoes or whatever. And that depends if you're even into Rotten Tomatoes. I don't really use that as a parameter for myself, but some people like to at least have some type of context and know exactly what's going on there. You know what I mean? So I'd give it a 7 out of 10 as of now. That's just, you know, where I'm at. So yeah, if you're interested in checking out the One Piece Netflix live action series, I say totally go for it. If you're looking for this to be exactly a 1-to-1 to what you already know the story as, this is not that. It will not be that, and you probably won't enjoy it. And you will probably get icked the hell out of all the things that are not included for this series. So if you're looking for it to be that, you probably won't enjoy it, so maybe don't waste your time. But I don't find this live action adaptation to be a waste of time. It definitely was done with a lot of love, a lot of care, and a lot of respect. So that is the end of the spoiler-free portion of this video with my first impressions. Let's get into a little bit of details that I really, really enjoyed. So within like the 3 episodes, the opening, what they did with Roger, really, really good. I like how much Garp and the Marines are really, really focused on in this telling of the story, because what One Piece usually does is the cover stories usually kind of get to tell you everything else that's happening in the world. This is being sure to give you the spirit of One Piece to think about all the other parts that's happening. Think about the characters we met before. Don't think you're not going to see them again. You could easily assume that once Luffy leaves Kobe, you'll never see him again if you don't know any better. But this series is choosing to keep you up to date on that side of the Marines thinking and what they do and how they view the world and what Luffy is and wants to be as a pirate and his journey as well. You're getting all the sides, and I really like that this series is choosing to go with that route to just tell it all collectively. I think that's really, really dope. Also, I do really like the way they chose to give Luffy's backstory as a child, right? The anime and the manga, they decided to kind of tell the Shanks backstory at different parts of the story, right? Manga is in the very beginning, and the anime kind of waits like until Zoro joins for it to be like kind of a hindsight thing to see what makes Luffy Luffy and why Luffy is this way. This is choosing to splice it up and give it into different parts of these first 3 episodes. And I think that was much more well done because you're not automatically knowing exactly who Luffy is and why he is that way. But by the time you get to episode 3, you have an understanding of, okay, I get why you're this way. A lot of people may think that, oh, what, does he have like trauma? Does he got like all these issues? And that's not what Luffy is. Luffy is really just all about freedom, all about being there for Nakama, believes in people being there for each other, and will always be there for other people. And he shows that. He shows that was what his greatest strength is, working together, dreaming, and freedom, and all that other shit. Kobe's actor, really, really good. I really like what he did here. Helmeppo, I don't know, son, who was it on my video? One of my videos I put out, son said my Helmeppo stocks is going up. All right, man, there's a Helmeppo agenda going on in this shit. There's a Helmeppo agenda because I like what the actor Helmeppo is doing in this. It really, really gives you that annoying feeling. Like you want to just snuff him, but he's funny. I enjoy it. That is the weirdest person I enjoy through this. Buggy, the fact that Buggy's powers looks better than Luffy's powers in this, and the Buggy portrayal, I'm here for it. I am absolutely here for what they did in these first 3 episodes, and the fighting scenes, my guy. Like some of the shots and everything they choose to do, I made reference to in like the spoiler-free portion, the first impression portion of this. Just really, really well done, really well shot. Your boy, once Zoro goes into minority hunter mode, you already know shit is getting real. Just kind of like the way they just, like, there was one point in time where Luffy and Zoro was full on jumping Axe Hand Morgan, and that shit had me weak because I was just like, ain't no fair ones out here, boy. We pirates, ain't no fair ones. Like, you getting jumped. Also, along with the Helmeppo agenda, there's a Bogart agenda. I said in my last video that I didn't know, one of my last videos, not most recent, but I was like, what is up with this Bogart hype? Why is everybody so hyped for this dude? Bro, in this Netflix series, they give him all the sauce. They make him that guy, basically. That was dope. Also, what they do at the end of each episode, I'm just jumping all over these, but I just have to list down all the things I enjoy and liked. They do like this really, really interesting Game of Thrones technique where at the credits, they show a map of where we were to give you insight of like the world and things like that. And it's not exactly like what Game of Thrones did with how they had that interactive map with the intro, but I think it's giving you a good reference point and a reason why to pay attention to the details. Another detail as well is the intro. Usually the episode starts with like a scene, and then boom, you get the One Piece logo somewhere like in like the first 3 minutes. But so far, each logo has been different each episode. The second one had Buggy's Jolly Roger, and it was like, you know, the font for the One Piece logo was more, you know, Buggy centric. And then the third episode, which we get introduced to Usopp and end up at Syrup Village, you end up getting like a Usopp themed Jolly Roger. So I think that those little details is really dope. Looking forward to seeing what comes in the future for the future episodes later on. Den Mushis also, I love them. I love the Den Mushis. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Also, the way they choose to kind of explain what devil fruits are and kind of the power system of this world and everything else like that, they wait to tell you that later on, but they don't just throw it on you. They kind of leave you asking questions to what's going on, and they do it properly. I think it's really, really well done and really, really simple. Also, detail. We all know One Piece fans were crazy when it comes to details. We know Oda put so many sprinkles. We're like, oh, Oda's a fucking genius. He said this 1,000 chapters ago, but we just didn't even notice it. Yeah, they doing it here too. if you pay attention, you will know what's to come. Like, whether it be like you see Kuro's bounty poster early, kind of gives you a clue if that's gonna happen. Baroque work details, like the cards and all that other stuff. Like, it's here. It is here. No Richie the Lion though. If you're looking for your boy Richie, he ain't here. He ain't here. But character relationships, Zoro is being Zoro, Luffy is being Luffy, Nami is being Nami. Like, it all looks good, bro. It all looks good. The way that Iñaki choose to do Luffy's kind of carefreeness, but like also not being fully there or caring exactly what's going on, just kind of being one-track minded, is really, really well done, in my opinion. And it does get better as you get further into the series. And they make sure they show you some hockey. I'm not gonna lie to you. They make sure they show you some hockey. Now, one thing I was sad about, and I try not to be this person, why you didn't include this, but damn it, why we couldn't get the dog moment? We should have got my son Choo Choo, bro. My son Choo Choo. We should have got him. But yeah, all of that was dope. The buggy fighting scenes was dope. The mayor stuff, listen, the towns are not as involved as they were in the anime and the manga, but I get it. Telling a more streamlined approach, you really are here to see the connection that the Straw Hats grow over time. And what they're choosing to do with like kind of incorporating Arlong a little bit more early on into the series, whether it be him interacting with Buggy and all that other stuff, and Kurogi coming in and doing all types of other stuff and showing up. And it seems like, I don't know where it's going to go from here or what they're going to do, but I'm not mad at Arlong being a little bit more involved than usual. Like, I always felt like the need for the map to the Grand Line didn't feel that important in the anime and manga. It just felt like this little random, okay. I guess that is in retrospect to much more crazier things that we have to do later on in the series. But this really feels like an important map that people in this world want and to have on their hands. And you really get to feel like the Grand Line really is something that you don't know what to expect if you don't know any better. But there is one scene where I was like, all right, I'm gonna lose my girlfriend. They let your boy Zoro McKenyu like have a silk robe at one point on before he changes to his black fit. I was like, come on, why'd y'all put him in a silk robe? Why y'all doing this? Why y'all making it so hard to like to keep my girl? God damn it. But anyway, I also like Claudor Kuro, really, really good. The way that they show his powers, the good old pussyfoot maneuver, the quickness, I think that's shown really, really well. The bounty posters. By far, I think the dopest thing, I love it every time I see it. We already are bounty poster fiends, right? As fans. But what they do with the bounty posters and they keep it interactive, super dope. I really, really like it because it's not like Oda doesn't already put names and then the bounties under stuff. So the way they do it here makes it like it shows up on screen and somebody like pulls it back away. Like that, I think that is such a cool detail and it's so interactive. It almost feels like sometimes they're looking at us and it's so interesting. It is so interesting. But yeah, everything so far feels like it is what it's supposed to be. It's not necessarily as big in regards to just so much more characters being involved and so much more fodder being involved. It's a lot more tight-knit and interactive so far. Interactive, I don't know if that's the word, but it's keeping the cast and the amount of characters we have to know and keep track of and have to hear it speak on screen much more tighter, which takes away some of those random small moments that honestly never really amount to much anyway later on in the story. It's just that things that we're just used to and what we know. So overall, I'm enjoying this. I'm liking this. I'm looking forward to watching the rest. Right now I am watching it in English, trying to watch it in Japanese after I get through this first run, but we'll probably do like a full review of the whole series once, probably in a couple days from now. I want to give myself more time to soak on it, but I just wanted to get my first impressions after watching it a couple hours ago at this point, tonight. So, last night or this morning. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. I'm fighting for my life. I probably got bags in my eyes in this video.
What more do you want from me?
I enjoyed it. Overall, I'm giving this a 7 out of 10 for the first 3 episodes. It's looking good. I'm excited. I think One Piece fans, we're still eating good. I think that we are going to probably get more One Piece fans now that after this. I think that all the non-believers who are anime fans already who refuse to start it, they might jump on the wave after this. And I think all the people who have never even heard of One Piece or even partake in anime might watch this because of how overly advertised it is on Netflix, and it's like the first thing there and it's all over the place. You can't escape it. People might end up just becoming One Piece fans because they may get interested in this wacky, goofy pirate world that's over 1,000 episodes and about 426 hours of your time in the anime, not including One Piece. It's good. I think it's good. I think that there's a lot of love. I think there's a lot of respect. They care about the fans. I can tell that Matt Owens is a fan as well. I can tell that the actors, everybody who just took part in this project, they get it. You know, I can kind of see, you know, the moments where like, maybe Oda did intervene here, because that doesn't feel not One Piece, but it feels like something like Oda may have been like, I could cut that out. You know what I mean? I not that I know of. Nobody knows Oda, right? I don't know Oda, I mean, but it doesn't feel like they don't care about the series, that there's not love for it. Am I expecting more seasons? If I'm being honest with you, at best we'll probably get one more season. This could probably, this whole thing can probably get you to Alabasta. And I think that that's okay. I think that that's a really, really concise story to tell if this whole project only goes up to the end of Alabasta. I don't think it needs to get to Skypiea. I think people who think about, oh, what about Wano and Gear? Bro, come on, man. Let's just enjoy what it is. I know people want to be negative, extremely negative about it, like there's no way this is going to be good. But I look at it as like, in a world where we got so much like shitty things, I think just let people be excited for something instead of just trying to poo-poo it. Like if you're not going to watch it, you're not going to enjoy it, you don't care about it anyway, so just go on about your day. Like, but if you just want something to be happy about, you want something to do this weekend, you want something to watch, or you want something to try out, or you just love One Piece, give it a try. So that's my thoughts on the first 3 episodes of One Piece Netflix live action. We will end this video here. Before we end this video, if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, as well as hit the notification button to get notified for more content that I put out. As well, if you end up enjoying this, be sure to like, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. So, on that, wait, I was about to leave, but I have a surprise. Guess what came in the mail today, actually? So I don't know if you guys ever heard of Casetify. That's actually where I got my phone case from, right? Got my phone case from Casetify. But your boy got something in the mail today that I ordered that's actually One Piece related, and some of you may know what it is. But look at this. This is not an unboxing video, but look at this. See this box? Fuck that shit. We don't need it. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. So I ordered the gold Transponder Snail, the AirPods case that they have on Casetify, and I really like the packaging of this shit. This shit is very, very serious. But we'll unbox it here on camera with you guys. If you stuck through to the end, you're gonna be like, oh shit, didn't see that coming. Shit, I didn't even see it coming because I forgot until I got to this outro. But yeah, let's see what this thing looks like. Golden Transponder Snail. We about to get a buster call. Bro. Ooh, this is nice. I like it. This is dope. I expected it to be a little bit bigger, but not mad at it. I am not mad at it at all. But here we go. This is the Casetify Golden Transponder Snail. Opens up here. You put your AirPods case here. This is the fake one, obviously, just plastic. But you put it in there, and then you got this clip. This is probably just gonna be a desk piece for me, but I like this. I think this is a cool little piece to have. Not that I can hit anybody with a butter. Not that I have mine as dope as Oda's is, but I like it. It's cool. I'm just saying, hit you with a gotcha. But yeah, we'll end this video here. So on that note, y'all, enjoy your life.
I'm feeling great and feel the vibe. I'm really grateful we alive. And I'm feeling great cause lately I've been on the way to something great. And I feel alive cause I create like every day and I'm on today.